Alright, what's up traders? Today we have a very quick video where we will take a look at BTC/USD, a couple of interesting altcoin setups, and we will do a quick forex scan to see if we find any interesting forex market setups. Alright, let's go. Alright, so first off we're gonna take a look at where did my face go? Here we go. Yeah, alright. So this is BTC/USD on Bitstamp. Let's see, we have the weekly range right here, right? So we have we never really lost range EQ here, so I still think it's quite bullish, right? Let's add the volume because I want to show something on the volume here, right? And this for me is a interesting sign that the bears might be in control here, and the reason for that is because all the red volume candles here is higher than the green ones, which means that the bears are definitely stronger. The sell side is definitely stronger right here. I do think we might have a move down to the downside, but the thing is, like, we have not lost the range EQ right here. But what worries me is the fact that we haven't really been able to reclaim the 21 EMA on the daily right here. So this yellow one is the 21 EMA on the daily. And when we reclaimed it back here, we had a nice bounce off it, and prices kept bouncing up to 21 EMA on the daily. And when we actually broke it to the downside right here, we haven't really been able to reclaim it. We might get that today, but if this candle does not close above the 21 EMA in a daily, and preferably I like to have a daily open and close above the 21 EMA daily to confirm it as reclaimed. If we don't get that, this is definitely a bearish sign that we can't reclaim the 21 EMA in a daily. The fact that we are not losing the range EQ is bullish, obviously, but we keep on testing range EQ, and honestly it looks like we are going to get some range low action right here. If we zoom into the 4-hour, you will see that we had this dump right here. We reclaimed this structure here today, right? So we reclaimed that area, but if we get a breakdown, I'll show you what I'm looking at here. So looking at the hourly here, we have a double bottom formation here, a W on the 1-hour that we broke out of here. We have the neckline of that area right here, and let's see, where do we have the RLC of this up move? The RLC might be in this general area right here, and if the RLC is in this area, that would be a good area for a possible long. And what do you know, the RLC and the 618 specifically is right on the neckline of that W. Down here you might get a good opportunity for a low time frame long if you get a bounce here. And what you want to look for in that case is I'm not interested in buying the first retest blindly. What you want to see is like bullish divergences on the hourly candle and the hourly time frame or the low time frames. So that's what I'm looking for a possible long scalp here. And in this area, if we see bullish market structure down here, but if we might get a move like this, right? And that would obviously be very bearish. If we lose range EQ and we fail to bounce inside this RLC, we are most likely going to see some range low action. And remember that if we get in on a long scalp here, it's quite likely that we are still going to get rejected here, right? And you're kind of seeing the beginning of a possible trend reversal on the 1-hour here. You're getting these highs, you're getting double highs here, equal highs, right? And this could be a lower high and lower low, so you might get a move down here, right? And if we lose the range EQ again, the next move I think is going to be like this, right? So the next the next short idea would be a repeat of this short idea, right? And if we break down again, that's actually going to add more strength to the new short setup, because we have already taken out all short. Everyone the shorted here have been taken out here, and the longs have been taken out here, right? So interesting opportunities for Bitcoin going forward. If you look at the daily time frame again, really for a bigger move for Bitcoin, we are still in a daily uptrend, and we're still in this daily range as long as we trade between 8.6 and 10k. So break 8.6 to the downside for a move lower, and this is the area that I'm watching, because this is in an untested breakout area, right? And break 10k to the upside, that's what I'm watching, right? So right here between these levels, we're just ranging, and we're not gonna get a big move until we break down here or break out of this 10k area. Now, let's see if we can find any interesting altcoins. Like I said, I just wanted to have this video quick, so I'm gonna try to keep it under 10 minutes. So this is just gonna be a fast review of a couple of altcoins I'm watching. ALGO is looking very nice. ALGO is looking very, very nice. We are holding support here. If we can break this red box to resistance, I'm looking to long a first rounded retest for a move higher. ALGO is looking very nice for a move higher. If we get that move, I want to jump in on the trend. Bad BTC. We're, well, reclaim the 200 simple on a daily would mean a possible move higher. I'm really liking this setup. I'm really liking BAT, but I want to see a daily open and close above the 200 simple on a daily, a rounded retest with good spacing between the breakout and the retest, right? A clean rounded retest, no touches of the support level below between the breakout and the retest. This is the range I'm watching for BAT on the weekly, looking very, very nice. I just love this chart, honestly, and for a high time frame setup, this is just beautiful. And in that case, I would look for a daily close below the long RLC as invalidation of this setup. Let's take a look at KMD BTC. We took profits on this one. If you guys remember from a video back, we longed this first retest. We took profits up in this area here, and we are now back at the entry level. And if you look at the daily, this is not a terrible place, right? This is not a terrible place to be in. If we hold this area and we reclaim this green box above here, I think we're in for a bigger move for KMD too. So definitely watching this one for continuation to the upside. Troy BTC, this is a trade setup that we got going in the Burb Nest that I shared a couple of days, maybe a week ago or something like that. We have moved outside of the long RLC, and you should be up about 10% on this one if you're in this one. And honestly, I think this is looking pretty good. I would just hold this position and you know, look at this as a high time frame move for a possible 60 to 70% move up into the short RLC here. Looking good. 1 BTC. This is the setup I got, and I'm looking at this on 1 BTC, right? So what I'm seeing here is a possible breakout of this support resistance area right here, this green box resistance. Why is this important? Well, we had this bounce right here before the move that took us down to this low range right here. So if we reclaim this area, we should see a move up into this bullish order block EQ area right here around 62 to 63. So that's what I'm watching. What do I want to see? I want to see at least a daily close above, preferably a daily open and close above. CVC, Civic. What's this? Well, this is not a complete setup, obviously, but what I'm watching is a break of this red box resistance. I want to see a daily open and close above this red box resistance, clean rounded retest on a daily to along this area. Stop would be below the last swing on the daily or the 4 hour, depending on what makes more sense. Why do I want a daily open and close and a rounded retest? Well, this should be pretty obvious why I'm looking for that. This is a daily fake out, this is a daily fake out. Notice how we actually did get a daily open and close here, but it's not a clean one and it's not a rounded retest. So you want to see this type of retest, right? Or at least like this type of retest, right? That's what I'm watching on Civic. Now let's take a look at RVNBTC Raven coin. Now this is interesting. This is very, very interesting. Now let me show you what I'm thinking here. All right, let me show you what I'm thinking. Now there's a couple of ways to view this chart, right? So you're seeing a possible double bottom here. You're seeing a possible W formation here on RVN. So where do we need to break above for this to actually be confirmed as a breakout? Well, you have the level all the way up here, right? That's the level that needs to break to the upside for a possible long all the way up into this area above, right? But it's I get another idea on this one, and I'll show you what that is. So we need to keep that resistance in mind. But if we go down into the hourly, you will notice that we have a very beautiful breakout level here. Let's look at the 4 hour. We also have a W on the 4 hour here, and we're now breaking out of this 4 hour W, with this being the neckline and or resistance, right? So where do, like, there's a couple of areas of interest for a couple of a possible entry on RVN BTC, right? So on the daily, we have this resistance area right here, as you can see here, right? Support here, resistance, we got this fake out, resistance, and we're now breaking above, right? So the best idea, if you're looking for this high time frame move up into this area around 300, you would want to see this area get reclaimed with a daily open and close above. But if you're willing to take some risk, and maybe, you know, smaller risk or smaller position, or however you would want to play this, look at this level for possible entry, and look at this area below here, somewhere in this region, for a stop loss placement, right? That's what I'm watching on RVM. How would the setup look like? Well, I think the best possible entry on this one is 220. And I'm not taking this trade, honestly. I gotta wait for the actual daily close, and even maybe daily open and close. But if you're the kind of guy or girl who likes to buy a 4-round round retest, I think this one is a decent long opportunity. Profit taking would be all the way up into that area for a good 2R. But if you go back to daily and we watch this high time frame resistance all the way up here, I think this could run for a good 4.5R trade. Alright, so that's the alts I'm looking at right now. There's many alts out there that's moving right now. So we need to take a look at the BTC dominance chart. What are we seeing on the BTC dominance chart? Well, we are getting reacted in the red box that I've talked about for so long now. We are seeing a reaction here. And looking at the hourly, we have a double top and a M structure, right? This is a typical reversal pattern. When you get this M structure, it's a W but reversed, right? So this M structure is a typical top pattern, reversal pattern, that you will find at the top, and W will find at the bottom. Same with, you know, the head and shoulders or the inverse head and shoulders. But this is on the hourly, and when shorting the BTC dominance, I like to go on a daily. So we're actually right now testing the support right here that we broke out of. We had this structure, right, and we broke out, and we're now testing support here. And as long as we hold this area, the BTC dominance is actually, I would say, bullish on the lower time frames. So right now it's very hard to say if alts are risk on or risk off. Right now I would lean towards the risk off opportunity, but if we fail to hold this area support and we continue down, alts are definitely 100% risk on again. And if we reclaim this as support, alts are definitely off the table and they would be considered risk off. Now, I've already been streaming for or recording for 15 minutes, so I will take a quick look at EURUSD. This is a trade setup that I'm looking at with interest. So the whole idea here, do we have our RLC on the map? Yes, I do. So very simple, very simple. On the 4 hour, what are we seeing? Well, we are seeing a head and shoulders pattern emerging here with the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. We got the neckline right here. we break this neckline to the downside, and we should see continuation to the downside, which in my opinion, I'm looking at this area right here as a possible take profit area, because this is the area that we broke out of that took us to the high. Alright, so that's what I'm watching on EURUSD, and hopefully you guys have started to see a pattern in my trading. And what I like to do is I like to identify trends with higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower highs, lower lows. I want to identify structures where there's a possible break in market structure. I want to short the confirmation or long the confirmation of a bearish break in market structure or bullish break in market structure. I will do a video on like how I actually view trends and how I trade the trends at another date, but today this is all I got. Hopefully this was somewhat educational, interesting. Thanks for watching everyone, and see you next time.